In my last update, I was talking about how prophecy usually is revealed to us after the fact, and it's usually after a course of events happens that we recognize that God has done something, huge. And so I wanted to give you an example of that, a real life example. If you look at the Arab Spring, who would have known that the Arab Spring was actually the hand of God moving to reshape the Middle East, to reshape the alliances in the Middle East? And how about this one? This is big. Who would have known that the Arab Spring would have brought the Muslim Brotherhood to the forefront? That Egypt would have gone through, because of the Arab Spring, gone through all the changes they did and shifts in power to where now General Sisi is the president of Egypt, who hates the Muslim Brotherhood. And that would put Israel and Egypt on a similar path, where Egypt would want to help Israel in overcoming the Gaza problem and overcoming Hamas. Who would have known that all of that happened a few years ago, that God was orchestrating to bring about the downfall of the Muslim Brotherhood, and at the same time to bring about ISIS, that I really believe the Lord is using to be an instigator in the Middle East that will eventually bring, more than likely, an all-out war to that region. But this kind of highlights what I mean when I say that usually prophecy, we don't know that prophecy is happening until after the events have already started. And sometimes it might even be a few years after the event that we can look back on the timeline and go, oh, that's what the Lord was up to. So I wanted to just bring that to your attention. And the next, I wanted to share with you something that I've been thinking about, and I've been just letting this brew percolate in my mind for a while. And it's this. There are 7 billion people on planet Earth right now. There are about 7 million Jews in Israel at this moment. And now keep that in your mind on the back burner for a second. And I want to tell you of something that happened to me. The other day, about 4 days ago, I wake up out of my sleep. I had been having this dream where I heard this going through my head repeatedly. This is a Shemitah year. This year is a Shemitah year. And I wake up telling my wife that. I wake up out of my sleep and I go, Carlin, this is a Shemitah year. And she looks at me like, what are you talking about? And so I went to Google, looked up Shemitah, and found out that the Shemitah year is a year where the land receives rest, the people receive rest, and if someone owed someone money, their debt is forgiven. And it's like starting all over again with a fresh start. And the Shemitah year, forgive me as my mind stalls for a minute, because I just have to kind of get my mind around this sometimes. The Shemitah year this year starts September 25th, 2014. That's the beginning of the Shemitah year. So here I wake up out of my sleep and I'm going, this is a Shemitah year. This is a Shemitah year. And I have no clue that September 25th starts the Shemitah year, which will end September 13th of 2015. And I started thinking, well, wait a minute. Could the earth be ready to go into a Shemitah rest? Is that possible? Could we be looking at, a lot of rabbis say that we're entering right now the 7,000th year that man's been on earth. And we all know that God worked 6 days, he rested on the seventh. We all know that man's been on earth 6,000 years, and if we're entering the 7,000th year, that would be the year of rest, which would be kind of tie in to my Shemitah year revelation that I had. And I don't get a lot of these. I mean, this is the only third spiritual dream I've had in almost 40 years walking with the Lord. This is the third one that I've had. And so it's interesting. Back to 7 billion people on the planet, 7 million Jews in Israel, and could we be going into the 7,000th year, the year of rest, that's potentially on the horizon in September? I mean, this brings up a whole lot of things. I mean, wow, I'm not setting dates, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but wouldn't it be amazing if the catching away or rapture of the bride of Christ, if that happened this fall? I mean, wow, would that be amazing? I'm not saying it's going to, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud with you here. So, just interesting stuff. If you want to look up the Shemitah year and get more information about it, go to Deuteronomy 15, verses 1 through 2, Leviticus 25, to read up on that. And you can also go to Google and Google out Shemitah, Shemitah, Shemitah year, and you'll get a bunch of great information on it. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. If you haven't visited our blog, go to brostuff.org. Visit my blog. You can see my monthly intelligence articles I do there. And if you haven't joined our group, you may want to check it out. It's a really active group full of a bunch of intelligent, loving Christian people, Jewish people as well. So check it out at facebook.com/groups/brosteph, and hope to see you there in Facebook land. Remember, keep looking up because Messiah is returning soon. I'll talk to you again real soon. God bless you, and God especially bless you as you live out your faith. And praise him in the process. Talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.